Hey everybody, Tesla Gaijin. Today I'm going to talk about home charging and some of the realities of getting your car home and charging it up if you have a place that you can charge it. So I bought a Tesla wall connector, which is just that. It's a connector that you attach to the wall, and this connector connects to your car the electricity from your home. Well, most home electricity is AC, alternating current electricity. And that is great for working stuff at home. But I won't get into history too much. But basically, your home works on AC electricity, but your car battery does not. It is DC. So you have to do a AC-DC connection in order to get the electricity from your home into your car. So you got this wall connector. I'll show you some pictures. And you plug that into your car, and it allows your home electricity to flow into the vehicle. And then there is a charger. The actual charger is on the vehicle, and that charges and converts the electricity from AC to DC and charges up the battery, which is great, except for the Tesla motor is an AC motor. A little technical, but it's actually a permanent magnet switched reluctance motor, which is an AC motor. So in order to get the battery juice, electricity, to the motor, you need another converter. And so the motor and the converter are kind of connected together. And this converts it and then moves the motor so that you can move forward or backward. Well, this PMSRM motor is especially for the Model 3 and I believe the Model Y, but it's a very effective and efficient motor. And also it's cost efficient. Apparently that was one of the big decisions. So anyway, that lesson done, we get to the practicalities. Now my car is a Model 3 Standard Range Plus, which has the smallest battery, which is about a 50 kilowatt battery. If you upgrade to the long range version or the performance version, or a lot of the Model Ys, move up to a 75 kilowatt hour battery. Bigger the battery, heavier it is, longer it takes to charge. By the way, as we were watching this, I haven't seen yet how this will look on the green screen because I'm wearing a green shirt. That might be interesting when we look at the pictures. Anyway, so my car has a 50 watt battery, and my electricity here in Japan, our quote 200 volt is actually 208. So we take this 208, we multiply it by how much my car is allowed to receive, which is 32 amps, and we get 6.656 kilowatt hours. So that means, basically speaking, for me to go from, I drive the car until it has about 20% battery left, which is about as low as you might want to get it. So you go from 20 to about 90% overnight, probably in 5 or 6 hours. That's, to me, very convenient because at night we have a very good discount on our electricity. So 5 or 6 hours, and I wake up in the morning and the car is fully charged. Not fully, about 90%. I won't get into all that. Anyway, so my Generation 2 wall connector will go up to 80 amperes, but my car is limited to 32 amperes, so there's not much reason to go beyond a 40 ampere circuit breaker, which makes it a lot easier for many homes to have this wall connector and buy a Standard Range Plus. If you get into the more expensive and larger battery sized cars like the Performance or the 4-wheel drive long range, those can go up to like 48 amps, which means you may want to get a little bit more larger breaker, but that might be a little bit more difficult. But either way, even with these larger battery cars, you could probably charge up around 6-7 hours. So when I first got the wall connector, the cable was just lying on the concrete ground and plugged into the car, and that was pretty ugly. And so I decided to make a rail above the window that would hold the cable and bring it to the back of the car. I didn't want the wall connector right by the car because the longer cable from your breaker box to the car means you have to have larger cables. And the cable on this connector is plenty long and plenty thick, so I decided to make the distance from the wall connector to the breaker box as short as possible, and then just take the cable back to the car. Now, basically speaking, you get this cable and it has a plug on it with a little button on top. You get it near the car, you press the button, the flap opens up, you plug it in, and it locks itself in place after recognizing that it has the correct electricity connected to it. And then when you're done, you press the button again, and it unlocks and you're able to pull it out of the car. And I bought this little plug holder for the wall for me to hold it onto the wall. Convenient and easy enough for my wife. So anyway, this is what my experiences with home charging have been. Hope you find this interesting, and maybe you become more interested in getting your own Tesla. I will again at another time tell you about my experience with a supercharger, but that's simply because I haven't yet had one. It's very close to here, and probably take some videos while I go over and use the supercharger and tell you how much it costs, at least here in Japan, and what the experience is like. Well, if you've enjoyed this, please subscribe to the channel, and you can hit the like button even if you like. Any comments or questions about Japan, feel free to ask, and please remember my referral code when you decide to get a Tesla. And so this is now Tesla Gaijin, an alien in an alien car, or Gaijin in a geisha, signing off. Bye.